So he joined me in my little garagette, I suppose you could call it, our little utility room garage. It's Easter Sunday, about 10:30 in the morning. The food is starting to be prepared for lunch, and I've got a good 2 or 3 hours, I think. I'm gonna take my bike out, give it a good wash, and get it ready for our Southend Shakedown tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. It should be good. You'll have to excuse my slightly dishevelled look. I didn't sleep very well last night. I don't usually wear my glasses. I usually just wear contacts. For some reason I had a terrible night's sleep, so I'm a bit tired today, but I should be nice and fresh for tomorrow's shakedown. So there's 1,000,001 videos out there on how to clean your bike. This isn't a how to clean your bike. This is just me cleaning my bike. I've got to open the garage door, move the car, reel the bike out, and all that kind of good stuff. So hopefully it will be a bit more entertaining than just me riding around. Drop my keys. As you can see, I don't have the biggest of drives, so I've got to move the car out of the way. There is more drive on that side, I'll show you in a second, but my in-laws' car is parked there, so need to kind of move our car so I can wash the bike. So because I've got quite a slopey drive, you'll see that if I show you my bike, you see I've had to put a brake lock on, I think it's just an Oxford brake lock, because my drive is really slopey. If I put it on a rear stand like I've just done then, the bike buggers off down the drive, which is obviously a bit of a shock when it happens. So yeah, I don't really want it to happen. So at the back of the bike now, I've got a little stool I like to sit on because I'm old and my back's knackered, so I'm not going to bend over or sit down or kneel down for hours on end whilst I do this sort of stuff. To be honest, I've just been using the muck off stuff. The chain cleaner, there's not much in this, so I might have to pop out and get some. But there's a Halfords down the road, so it's not too bad, and a sports bike shop, so I might be able to get some. And then I've just got the all-weather chain lube to kind of lube it all up again. I mean, to be honest, this will probably be enough, but I must remember to pick some up. I am beginning to think I might need a new chain, although this is only a 20 plate bike. When I first bought it, there were some pretty hefty rust spots on the chain, so that might be something I'll need to look into at the end of the season. So there's no point drying the chain, all right? The chain is going to get wet again when I wash the bike, so there's just 0 point in drying the chain. What I'm going to do now, I was going to get the pressure washer out and snow foam it, but I've just realised actually it's going to be a waste of time. The bike isn't that dirty. I'm just trying to make it look better for the Southend Shakedown tomorrow. So clean this off, and then we'll dry the chain off and we'll give it a lube up. I've got one of those big industrial type blow dryer things. I can't really think, it's actually a pet dryer, but you can use it on cars and motorbikes. And I usually use that to dry the chain, but I think I might just stick with a cloth today. Like I said, just time scales and stuff like that, because it is 11:10, eating at 1. I still need to get a shower and make myself presentable for the rest of the day, but I think we're getting there anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to continue. You're probably going to get a fast forward for this bit, because any of you who do watch this stuff are going to know that well, you're going to know how to do this sort of stuff anyway. I'm just chatting. Rambling might be a good idea for a short Russ's Rambles. That's a good idea. I feel like that moment where Taylor Swift figured out she wanted, what's his name, the Irish actor in her latest music video.
I'm hoping to get in the Taylor Swift music video.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
There you go, yeah.
God, I'm showing how much I'm a bit of a Swiftie, aren't I? Sorry. So it's editing Russ here. I've just realised I need to explain that whole Taylor Swift joke there. I'm not a Swiftie. My wife is. She enjoys Taylor Swift a lot. I like some of her music, and I think she's an incredible artist, very clever, and she seems to be an all-round good person. I just saw that clip recently with her when she on the Graham Norton show, when she figures out, you can see the idea come to it. I'm not comparing myself to her. Oh my God, I'm rambling again. Anyway, I'm not Taylor Swift and I'm not a Swiftie. I'm just saying, ding idea, that could be an idea. Russ's rambles. We'll see. All right, let's get on with it. So I said I just realised that I seem to use a lot of muck-off stuff. I don't know why. I don't think it's any particular reason for it. This is a spray bottle from a company called Hydro, should I say. They do car cleaning stuff and bike cleaning stuff, but in this kind of pressurised spray bottle is the muck-off motorbike cleaner. Now, what I've discovered when using it in here, this looks so weird by the way, I'm pumping this up, is that it uses a lot of the cleaner, but as I've mentioned before, I'm not the youngest chap in the world. The muck-off springer comes in a spray bottle, or it actually does come in a larger bottle, and it just makes my hand hurt. I've got a bit of arthritis, you see, so it just makes my hand hurt after a while. So I like to pressurise this up, get the bike wetted down, spray this over it, let it soak in for a little bit, and then give it a good, that's it, pressure's up. Yeah, right, let's get going. Just realised something. My exhaust is a Dominator exhaust. I'll just show you it quickly. Click the screen around. And as you can see, it's a little bit obnoxious. I didn't put it on the bike, the previous owner did. But as you can see, it's just a big dark hole. I don't really want water going down it, and I can't be bothered to buy a exhaust plug. Anyway, let's put you back over here then. Got this. Going to spray the bike down on the muckier areas, let it linger for a couple of minutes, and then get on with it. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of this, which is why I'm not going to put it in a pump bottle again. It's not Hydro, it's pump bottle. It's just, I think it uses a lot more product than it really should. It keeps spitting like for 10, 20, 30 seconds and then stops again. Yeah, that's dead now. That's going to need rinsing out. So, should really sit on my stool for this. It might be a bit more comfortable. Just going to let that linger 5 minutes-ish, and then just hose it off. And then what I'll do is a little bit of soap, a little bit kind of like normal car cleaner in a bucket, and just kind of quickly go around any of the kind of more rougher areas. Give the wheel a scrub off with the that alloy wheel brush that I've got, and then a bit of a spray and a wipe. I've got a really good spray to show you. I'm going to point out I am not affiliated with any of these products. I just like them. They're quite good and they're useful, so I'm going to go with that.
A few moments later.
Okay, so that's had about 5-ish minutes, give or take. I'm just going to rinse the bike off, see how much muck has come off it, and then just give it a scrub round really. And then I'm going to show you this really good product by a company called Chemical Guys, I think. I'll have to check. I just think really good, especially for the upper panels up here. And there's another really good one as well, which was, believe it or not, brought for me by my brother-in-law for Christmas. It's like a bike cleaner. But I'll show you those two products. But as I said, not affiliated, just the ones I like to use. Although, I mean, Hydro and Muck Off Chemical Guys, all those companies. If you want to sponsor me, or I don't know, send some products my way for review, I won't complain. I mean, that's what I've got a YouTube channel for, not to just review stuff, but to kind of just show the motorbike and just show the world a bit of the everyday life of being a motorcyclist in the world. You know, the world of motorcycling, not, you know, the world. See, this is good. This is a Russ's Random Rambles. This is definitely going to be a short kind of like segment thing on for the channel. Russ's Random Rambles. Anyway, let's get on. So, that's the bike rinsed off. I'm going to let it dry a little bit. I've got a drying towel as well. I'm going to rub over it. Just let it drip dry for a couple of minutes, and then just kind of finish it off. See what muck hasn't been picked up. Yeah, so I'm going to let this dry off. I'm going to show you those other products I was talking about.
Over here somewhere. Here. So, again, items that I have. So, items that I either bought myself or somebody's bought for me. I'm going to sit myself down, please.
Squatting down it's not good. Right, so as you saw, I used some muck off stuff. There are other products that are just as good, but it's just the ones I started using. I think I picked it up one day on a sale and I've stuck with it. So for the bottom part of the bike, which is really good, my brother-in-law bought me this Prime Shine Motorcycle Multi-Use Spray. Prevents rust, cleans, lubricates, protects and repels moisture. I don't use it on the chain, but what I do is spray it on areas below the plastics, so below the seat, and kind of, if you think of a line across the top of the wheels, anything below that, on the engine cover and stuff like that. That's what I spray it on. With a cloth, give it a wipe round, kind of tidies things up a little bit if you've missed a bit of muck. For the seat, if the seat's got mucky, because the problem with this F900 XR, the BMW, is muck comes up and over the top and gets the whole back of the seat quite mucky. So it comes all the way up at the top, because this doesn't really protect it, the tail end. It muck off again. I've just realised I must be some sort of weird muck off fan. Foam Fresh. It's a it says keeps your helmet, lining, body armour, gloves, boots and shoes clean and smelling fresh. I've never used it on any of my clothes, probably could do, but I use it on the seat if the seat needs a scrub. Just spray it on, a bit of a scrub with a brush of some sort, or with a slightly abrasive cloth, and it comes off really well. This is the stuff that I like. This is Chemical Guys Swift White Waterless Car Wash, and I always use this at the end. So once the bike's dry, I spray this on the cloth, never on the bike directly, on the cloth, and I go around all the shiny plastics at the top, front of the bike, and a few other areas, and this is really good at just picking up those little streaks that I might have left with a drying towel, or somewhere where the bike hasn't just dried properly and it streaks a little bit. It's really, really good. Just going to get this cloth here, just a normal everyday microfiber cloth. You can tell it's been used to clean. It's a bit mucky, although it has been washed, and I'm going to use it to wipe round and dry these bits down here that might potentially still have a bit of muck on them. I know what you're thinking or saying. You're probably yelling at the screen, just wash the bike properly. I can't be bothered. Fundamentally, I'm a little bit lazy, and I do wash it properly some days, but just not today. Right, a little bit mucky, so there was a bit of muck on it in a few places. It's mostly dry now. What I'm going to do is go round it quickly with the Prime Shine along the bottom, and anything below the top of the tyres, onto the cloth, not onto the bike. I never spray this type of stuff directly onto the bike, because you don't know what the overspill might be, and I don't know if this would be bad for the chain. I don't want to risk it. I mean, I probably could look it up, but if anybody comments, you might know whether it's good or not for a chain, but like I said, I don't want to risk it. The only area where I'm not going to use this is on the front mudguard, because it's quite shiny plastic, so that would be where the chemical guys stuff come in, so I don't want to kind of risk it. So it's got a bit of a banana-y chemical smell to it, and I just give it a wipe on all these plastics here, and it just helps pick up a bit more of the muck. It makes things a bit shinier, and it just makes things a little bit cleaner. I should really spray it away from the bike. There we go. There we go. It just kind of makes it look a bit nicer. I got to dry this wheel off, which I'll do with the cloth from the thing, but I never use this stuff on the actual foot pegs themselves, because I don't want them being unintentionally slippy. I don't want to be trying to change gear or trying to brake and my foot slips off the peg. That'd be bad. Bad? That'd be bad. It just gives it a bit of a muck off, basically. A muck off. My God, it's really in my brain, isn't it? That cleaning company's name. Sponsor me. Russ's Random Rambles, like a video segment. So I've just brought you around the other side of the bike, the right hand side. So what I'd show you, see where you got these tide marks on the metal here, on the aluminium, or as the Americans say, aluminum. You can see how this is like not black, it's almost like a grey colour. I'll show you how good this stuff is in a sec. These tide marks here, they don't really rub off. Okay, and then right around the exhaust there. That's what this stuff's really good at. So if I give it a bit of a clean, so a bit of a spray on the cloth, which I've already done just off camera, give that a good wipe round on here, just down here. Like I said, never spraying directly onto the bike in case you spray something that potentially could have a bad reaction to this stuff, rubbers and stuff like that. Just clean this bit off, just a bit of a wipe down, and then you can see there. I'll show you a bit closer now. Can you see? Let's just flip you around a second. You can see there how it's not as tidal as it used to be. So give that a bit of a wipe through. I've moved you back round to the back of the bike, as you can see. This is the stuff. Chemical guys. Waterless car wash. Smells really good. Probably shouldn't be sniffing it. And again, spray it onto the cloth and just give it a wipe round. Right, it's really good for just getting bits of streaky bit off and making plastics look a little bit shinier. And it doesn't damage the paint in any way. It's a really good product, I feel. I do like a lot of this chemical guy stuff, to be honest. A couple of people I know, including myself, rate them. So just cleaning off the worst of the bike anyway. Just giving it a wipe. Any areas where there's a little bit of streakiness on the shiny plastics up here, and this will get rid of it. It's a so it says easy spray and wipe solution. Wash your whole car without water. Clean, shines and protects. Now it says car. I'm pretty sure it'll be alright on the bike. It's good for getting bugs off if you've missed a bug here and there. Yeah, I think it's starting to look like it's starting to look much cleaner now. There's a few drips here and there where water has started dripping off the bike, but I've got most of it up. This is by far, coming up now, the easiest bit of the whole clean. re-lubing the wheel. Now they say that you should ride your bike for a little bit and warm the chain up, but I haven't got any of my gear on, and I refuse to ride without full gear on. It's just, you're asking for trouble. Even if it's just around the estate I live on, I'm just asking for trouble by not riding your bike, by riding your bike without proper gear on. It's just, you know, that's what's going to happen. It's like that thing about most people have accidents on the roads within a mile of their house. I can absolutely believe that. Right, muck off again. I think now I'm running out of the cleaner, I might try another product when I go and get some more. See what I can find out and about in the shops. Okay, so this is Muck Off all-weather chain lube. So cloth's out of the exhaust. Don't want to leave it in there. It is really wet as well. Don't need my gloves anymore, they're a bit mucky. I'm going to give the bike a good start, let it run for a minute. Once I've popped it off the paddock stand, and then just let it warm up, make sure it runs okay, make sure I haven't done anything to break it. And that is why I take it off the side stand. As you can see, a load of water that's obviously been sat pooling somewhere has decided to run out. So yeah, which is fine, it's just going to run onto the floor, but at least it's draining on my driveway and not in my garage. So time to start her up. Have I got the key on me? Yes I do. Other side, it's a little bit easier. Okay, so that's the... Oh, hang on a second. There we go. I'll save the neighbours from the noise. That's the bike clean. It's had a bit of a warm up. Just lets it kind of do a bit of a warm up for a minute. Just make sure that it starts and it runs. I'm always worried that I'm going to break it in some way by cleaning it or knocking off a wire when I'm recording. You know, well, not recording, when I'm giving it a clean round. Rambles. Anyway, so that's done. I'm going to get it put away, get the garage shut up, put everything away, and then get on with the rest of my Easter Sunday. I hope you've had or I hope you have a nice Easter. If you're going to Southend tomorrow, on holiday Monday, the Easter Monday, for the Southend Shakedown, I'll see you there, hopefully. It's meant to be quite a nice day. Be a bit cold to start with, but it should warm up, and the rest of the world seems to be going there as well. So yeah, how do I keep doing that? I keep putting myself back to the light so that you can't see me. That's it really. My little pride and joy. Although I do need to ask everybody, okay, I need your opinion on this. So this Dominator exhaust was fitted by the previous owner. As you've heard in the video, it does have a distinctive sound. It's a little obnoxious in my opinion. I'm not convinced my neighbours are particularly happy with it, although no one's complained yet. Should I put the original back on? Because when I bought the bike, they gave me the original exhaust, and that leads me to have a bike that doesn't sound quite as cool, but won't sound, or well, won't be waking everybody up in the morning if I get up early to go out for a ride. Also, with the original exhaust on, I should be able to ride the bike in Europe. Believe that's too loud for Europe. So before I go any further, just a glass rain repellent thing that I picked up for my car years ago. I'm going to just spray this on the wing mirrors, or on the wing mirrors, rear view mirrors, and the windscreen of the bike. Then I can get off any of the rain droplets, and it's really good because then you don't get too much any spray you do get, which shouldn't happen tomorrow because it's dry. Just kind of goes straight off the windscreen and doesn't stay on. Not like it makes much of a difference. I use this stuff for my visor on my helmet as well. It is really good. If you get, even if you just get caught in a shower, it doesn't particularly get you wet, but there's enough water to kind of cover your visor. That stuff is great because it just beads and runs straight off. I'm a little too tall, so I do get a lot of wind from off the windscreen onto my helmet and onto the top of my shoulders. Even with the screen up, it just kind of hits the top of the helmet more than anything. So it makes no difference really. Now bring the car back. It's a full-on operation, this is. Lock my handlebars, you never know. That's all, folks. That's it, folks. Probably can't say that's all, folks, so let's ignore that bit. That's it. I'm going to close the garage up and do a bit of a tidy. You don't need to see that. Put the lock back on the bike. Feel the bits and pieces ready for tomorrow. Mainly recharge the or this, not you. This camera. Put the selfie stick back on the back of the bike. That's about it, really. All done. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Easter weekend, and I hope to see you out on the road somewhere. See you later.